Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be showing y'all how to increase your FPS and performance in Marvel Rivals. It's very simple to do. I will be showing you guys a lot of methods. So if one method doesn't work, another one should. So this video will be very comprehensive and I will try to make it as easy to follow as possible. So the first thing you can do is you can go to launch options. So you go there by going to Steam, click here, click on properties, and then you should paste these in. So this should all help you guys. I will also leave this in the description of this video if you guys have trouble copying this. So if you guys are using an Nvidia graphics card, you guys can go to the Nvidia app and then go to settings and turn off Nvidia overlay, because Nvidia overlay actually takes up a lot of resource, and trust me guys, turning it off will help increase your performance as well as FPS inside a game. So there are also some changes you can make in Windows to improve the performance. So you can also go to startup, and then from this page you can turn off a lot of the startup apps that you don't think you really need. For example, I have this light shot app, which is pretty much just for screenshotting. You can pretty much reduce a lot of resource rate in your CPU just by turning off stuff, right? For example, you probably don't really need to use your internet browser while gaming, and a lot of unnecessary scenes you can turn off, and that should improve your performance inside a game as well. So you guys can also search graphic settings in the search bar, and then you can turn on this option, which is hardware accelerated GPU scheduling. If you turn this on, it will improve your performance a lot. It will sacrifice a bit of latency, but it's well worth the extra frames if you guys really need it, as well as you guys can also browse for the game itself. So I have it right here. All you want to do is click on options and set it to high performance. And to find the game, if you guys have downloaded the game on Steam, you simply go to browse. Typically it'll be in the Steam library folder. Go to Steam apps, common, Marvel Rivals, and you should see it right here. And you just add it, and then you just select high performance, and that should do the trick. So another thing you can do is that you guys should update your drivers. Whether you're on Nvidia or AMD, you should definitely get the latest driver if you guys have a higher end graphics card, especially if you guys have a 50 series graphics card. If you guys also have a 30 series graphics card or opt for Nvidia, you guys should have access to DLSS 4. If not, it will be available in the near future. So this would be relevant. And yeah, I hope it does improve your performance, as it's going to be overall much more optimized for this game. So another thing you can do is you guys can go to power plan, and you just go to control panel to see it, and then you click on change advanced power settings. So the UI of this should look similar on Windows 11, and right here you can set this from balanced to high performance, and that should optimize your entire system, like hardware and software, and overall you'll get much higher frames. Although you guys should still go back to balance if you guys aren't playing the game, but when you guys are inside a game, make sure it's on high performance. So you guys can also change it here for high performance. Both pretty much does the same thing. So another thing a lot of people don't know you can do is you guys can actually adjust the entire performance of your system. So you just type in adjust performance, and this menu you just click adjust for best performance right here. If you click on adjust for best performance, it should get rid of all the fancy looking animations on your Windows desktop, which you probably won't even see when you're playing a game. So a lot of these things are just makes the system look smoother, but in reality when you're gaming it doesn't matter. So a lot of these extra fluff you can get rid of and disable, and you guys can crunch out some extra frames inside a game. So another thing you guys can do is go to the config file in the game. I have it saved right over here. Basically what you want to do is you want to navigate towards your C drive. That's typically where it's located. Go to users, user AppData, local, Marvel, saved, config in Windows. And from here, you guys can pretty much edit it in Notepad. I have it right here. So what you guys can do is you guys can change screen percentage from 100 to 50. That'll change the overall scaling of the screen. Typically, you can't really go below 50 inside a game, but since we're on this config file, you guys can change it to whatever value you want. I recommend maybe 30 or 40 for this part. And you guys can also turn down all the other settings, such as these effects. You guys can just make sure they're all 0. So that's pretty much turned off, as well as you guys can also change the resolution of the game. So you guys can actually manually change the resolution of the game. So right here, you can change it here, and then resolution size Y would be right here. So this would be a Y axis, this would be X axis, and you guys can actually change it manually here. So I'll also leave a preset config file you guys can pretty much paste into your folder in the description of this video to make it easier for you guys if you guys don't want to mess with these values yourself, which I totally understand. It's a lot of work. So now that we got all the technical stuff out of the way, let's go straight into Marvel Rivals, and I'll show you guys the best optimized settings to get the best performance. So now I'm going to be showing you guys the best settings inside a game. So for display mode, you want to always keep this on full screen. That will ensure that your system will be utilizing 100% of your GPU, as well as the resolution. Set this to the lowest resolution scaling to get more performance, as well as if you guys are using an Nvidia graphics card, turn on DLSS. It will help your performance tremendously. However, if you guys are on an AMD graphics card, you guys can use this and turn down the render scaling, and it will improve performance a lot. So setting the render scaling to 30 is the nice middle ground. For frame generation mode, you guys can turn on Nvidia DLSS frame generation, and that will improve your FPS by a lot if you guys are using an Nvidia graphics card. And also make sure a low latency mode is on, and you guys want to also not limit FPS, so you guys can get the maximum FPS you guys can. VSync you can turn off, and for the graphic settings, you want to turn off global illumination and reflection quality. These are gonna make your CPU work extra hard if they're on, so turn these off. As well as you want to set pretty much everything to low to get the maximum FPS. And you guys can definitely balance out some of the graphic settings. These are a bit more optional in terms of the texture quality. If you guys have a better graphics card, like a higher end graphics card, but if you guys have a lower end graphics card, definitely keep these on low. So yeah, this is pretty much how you maximize your FPS and performance inside Marvel Rivals. Hope this video helps. And yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, be sure to give this a like if this helped. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.